Hey, my loves. I'm Freya Graff and I'm a holistic sex coach and yoni mapping therapist here with you today to chat about porn. So, this is a very controversial topic, and I'm aware that my views are not going to be popular with a lot of people because porn has become so normalized and socially acceptable, and even encouraged as a way to be more sex positive and empowered. And I get it. It can definitely be a useful tool to build arousal and feel excited and get some inspiration sexually. Um, Plus, there's absolutely no shame in watching it, and it can help you discover different things that you're into that you might not have known about otherwise, you might not have known to explore. So, I do feel there are uses for it. However, and this is a big but here, there are mounting studies and overwhelming evidence now that watching porn has a really negative effect on the brain, on relationships, on intimacy, connection, self-esteem, on body image, all sorts. Like the list goes on. It's actually incredibly harmful in so many ways if it's watched too much, and for some people, if it's watched at all. Now, there are obviously so many different kinds of porn, and like the ethical, realistic feminist porn is for sure the healthier and better choice. But regardless, watching it too much is dangerous. There's a lot of science backing this up now, and it can have a negative impact on you and your sex life and your relationships. It desensitizes you to more and more intense stimuli and can create changes in the brain that make you less able to get aroused without hardcore stimuli. And so you need porn more and you need more and more intense porn just to get the same effect. It's very addictive to the brain too. So it's a slippery slope, to be honest. And I see clients who have watched a lot of porn and who now rely on it every time they self-pleasure just to get any level of arousal or orgasm happening, which is fucking disempowering for them, It has been shown to reduce the desire for a partner, decrease connection and respect that you feel for them, and can also make us feel like absolute shit about our own bodies. It creates such an unrealistic expectation around sex and bodies, and so we suffer from performance anxiety and try to imitate porn, which means our sexual experiences in real life aren't as pleasurable or satisfying or fulfilling for us because it's an act or a performance that's not authentic. It has a very long list of harmful impacts on us, so I won't harp on at you anymore about that, or because like a lot of those facts are pretty well known nowadays anyway. But to give you an idea of when it can become a problem, because some people are like, yeah, but I watch a bit of porn and but I don't think I'm addicted, or I don't think it's affecting me. Like, how do I know when it's becoming a problem? So to give you an idea of when it can become a problem, I'd say that if you notice that you are needing it to get turned on, if you're fantasizing about scenes you've seen, or watching it in your head when you're with a partner or while masturbating, if masturbating doesn't seem to have the same effect as it used to, and things just feel a bit grey and dull without porn or compared to porn, it's become a problem. It can be okay to watch it occasionally, especially if you're watching it like with a partner and it's part of your foreplay, or you use it to like explore a kink or a fetish. But generally, given the impact porn has on our brains, it's best to limit how often we use it and try to wean ourselves off it so that we're not relying on it for arousal and pleasure. And I know people probably are like watching this being like, bitch. But if you want the science behind it, if you want to know more, I've got a couple of really amazing episodes on my podcast, The Labia Lounge, about porn, about its effect on the brain, about porn addiction, how it impacts relationships, how it impacts, erectile functioning and things like that. And those episodes go much further into this information with a porn expert. So feel free to check that out. I'll pop the links below to those episodes. And if you're not stoked with how much you use porn, or you have a partner that uses porn too much, my guest on that podcast Catherine Lyell is a really amazing practitioner and resource about porn addiction, and her work and offerings can help you. She's amazing. So yeah, again, like no judgment or shame at all if you watch porn or if you've become reliant on porn. It happens. It's really common. It is designed to hook us and be addictive. Just be aware that it can be harming you without you realizing it. And treat it like a sometimes food, not a staple, just a sometimes food, like in your sexual diet. So yeah, please share this with people who might need to learn about this, and subscribe, share, and like to support my work and my biz. I'll be eternally grateful for the encouragement, especially since I'm anticipating quite a few trolls and negative reactions to this topic, since it's such a triggering and polarizing one.